on me. I can't let her crib unless that chopper on me. She say on the shit, she gon' put it on me. You can keep this out, I'ma smoke this OG. Remember way back then?
Fresh Squeezed family back at you with another interview. Today we got the one and only PlayboiBrad in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's up, bro? How you living?
What's up, man? What's up? How you doing? I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm cool, bro. I'm just a little tired today, but you know, we gotta grind through it, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I've been seeing you going crazy on Instagram, really just throwing these parties, like these massive lit ass parties. So it was only right that we chopped it up. But before we get into that, just tell me a little bit about your early life and like just your story coming up.
So I grew up in Maryville, Indiana. I graduated from Maryville. I really wasn't into parties like that at the beginning until like really after high school. After high school, I started doing like little house parties, and house parties ended up leading into like bigger events. And now we are where we are. So
when you say, well, first, when did you grad?
2018.
Okay, so you fresh out.
Yeah, fresh out.
So when you say at first you was doing house parties, like you was just throwing house parties, or you was like actually promoting them?
No, I was throwing like house parties. I think it was summer of 2019 is like really when I started like throwing like little house parties, and they started getting bigger crowds, like bigger people. And then I think it was a New Year's party. Like it was so like they caved the floor in my mom's crib. It was crazy as hell. I was having my mom work the door and stuff too.
Yeah.
And fucking the floor caved in. The cops came. I had to move it to another location in Hammond. So it was crazy as hell.
I damn near think I heard about that shit.
Yeah, that shit, it was wild as hell.
So when you was throwing these parties back, well, first, what motivated you to be like, you know what, I'm finna just start throwing parties? That's kind of like a random thing to just start doing.
You know what? Drip. You know DJ Drip?
Yeah.
He's like real inspiring. Like me going out with him to the clubs and the Chicago parties and seeing like how that was going, I was like, man, this is crazy. Like this is the real deal. So I wanted to put my foot in the doorway, and then I seen how it was going, and then things started taking off from there.
When your mom's was working the door and shit, like did she have a specific set of rules, or was it kind of just like don't break shit, you know?
Yeah, she just didn't want nothing to get messed up. But I mean, obviously the floor got messed up. But my mom's really cool about stuff, so it was like it was alright. Like people was drinking and smoking in there, but I mean, it was cool.
What ended up happening with that?
I think it wasn't even midnight. It was like 11 o'clock. It was an hour. Like we had a line like down Ridge Road, because at the time like we lived right on Ridge Road, and man, bro, line was like wrapping around. We had cars coming from both directions, like packed, and we all in the living room because we had the whole like house cleared out.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the damn floor just started caving in, and my mom told me about it, and then I said, hey, we gotta shut this down and go to move to another spot. We moved that spot in Hammond. So
damn.
Yeah.
How would you even like fix that?
I don't know because we ended up moving like 2 months later. Oh. So it was like one of them things where it's like you got to get out of there type shit.
Yeah. So. Okay. So you've been doing this for about 2 years, you would say?
Yeah.
2019, 2021. Yeah. Okay. Talk about some of the ups and downs you've had just throughout this experience.
I'll really say like Chicago. Chicago's been tough with me because like right before the virus started, like it's been hard with cops shutting it down. Like I had a big event like the Twerkathon. The Twerkathon was like supposed to be this really, really big thing, and 10 minutes before the party started, cops were already waiting outside. Got the lights shining. They said, everyone get out. And I was like, man, bro, it's supposed to be a really big thing. And then like I got to tell all these people not to even come.
Yeah.
So it was like, and people were showing up, getting sent back home. I was like, man, that hurt.
I was talking to, I just interviewed James from 219 Bass Junkies the other day, and I had asked him, how is it, you know, with the police? Because I know they be on that, especially with him and the sounds in the car and all that shit. So how is it with you dealing with the police? Like, do you have to get some type of, like, noise ordinance or what? Or you just throw them regardless?
Pretty much I throw them regardless. Like lately they've been cool because I've been having the cops work the events, obviously, but well, like when I did the backyard boogie in Chicago, like they ended up shutting us down but they gave us multiple warnings. Like they gave us a couple warnings. They came. Me and Drip walked outside. We talked to them, and trying to get cool with them. Tell them, hey, we'll turn it down a little bit. We turned it down a little bit. But, you know, people want to hear the music. They want to have fun. They want to dance. Yeah. So it was like, it was tough. And like an hour later, they came in, stormed in, shut us down. So
are they tripping more so on the amount of people, or is it the noise?
Then it was the noise for that one. But like the twerkathon, they wasn't folding for anything because, you know, COVID was real bad at the time. I think that was like earlier in 2020. So yeah.
So it sounds like, as far as like your downfalls is not really out here, it's majority Chicago.
Yeah, it was majority Chicago. It was majority Chicago. But like I say, when like the virus starts fading down a little bit and like the venues start letting it, I think like I'm gonna take over Chicago, like for sure.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
Okay, so I don't want to sound like an old head or some shit, but take me through the process of like how you go about. You get the idea of, okay, I want to throw this party here. This gonna be the theme. Like who you need to contact. Just take me through the process a little bit of throwing a party from start to finish.
Well, first you gotta have a spot. You gotta find a spot before you can do anything. And finding the spots ain't easy either. Like you gotta, like, because a lot of people think you could just go get this venue and it's this easy, and it's not. You gotta like really search. You gotta look on Facebook. Like you can look on Facebook. What is that? Craigslist. People have event spaces on Craigslist, and then you gotta go meet that person, talk to them, see if they even want to let you have that many people and like what they want to do. Because, you know, a lot of people, like a lot of like the underground parties, they want to like people be able to drink, smoke, and do whatever in there, and it's like it's not that easy because, I mean, obviously the cops and the owner of the building don't want to even have that going on in there. So it's like, it's tough. But once that happens, once you find a spot and they cool, or if you want to do one without people smoking and drinking, obviously pay them the amount of money they want, and then you go about start making the flyer and contacting DJs. If you wanted a performer or whatever you want, you just gotta contact people, and then you gotta make the flyer, start promoting. So
when you are finding these venues, is it a certain thing that attracts you to them, or you kind of just like, whoever have us is where we're gonna go?
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. I look at size now, like, you know, having like starting to get a bigger crowd. I'm looking for size, the space, and really location. Like certain locations I wouldn't, like certain areas I wouldn't do a party in. So.
Okay. So when you start, going down your Instagram, just like trying to research for the vid, you see these crazy amounts of people, like damn near on some Project X.
Right.
So for you to only be doing this for technically like a year and a half, how did your name get so big that you're able to bring people out like that so fast?
It was really just, you got to be organic. Like really, you got to be organic with it. But I say going to like other people's parties, get in contact with other people, try to make friends with the other event planners, like try to get cool with people like Greek Monkey, Shy Delta, Two Turn Nation, Swiper Nation, like getting cool with people like that. That'll really help you, and like it'll definitely help.
That's the common theme, bro, with everybody that I talk to pretty much, and I ask them, how do you get so big? Networking, bro.
Networking is the biggest thing, and like I'll give any like party promoter or anybody that's doing something, like I give them that same advice, like photographers, videographers, like network to get your name out there for sure.
Definitely. Out of all of these parties that you have thrown, what would you say has been the most lit one?
New Year's this year. New Year's this year was definitely the littest one. I think we had a total of 1,600 people inside, and like they were saying, like 300 people outside waiting in line.
Damn.
Yeah, and it got stopped at a little bit, like 10 minutes after midnight. So.
How has, okay, so you spoke a little bit about the COVID shit earlier,
right?
And as I'm watching the videos, I'm like, damn, this is a hella people. How do you? Well, first of all, how do you feel about COVID? Like, do you take it serious or not really?
I definitely take it serious. I mean, after like at the beginning, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really take it that serious. Like when it first started, I wasn't like I thought it was just sort of like it wasn't that serious. But like as I seen like if it was like a family member getting it or someone else's family member that I was really cool with seeing they got it and I seen like the conditions, like I was like, whoa, it's like it is really serious. But it was tough because it's like I still want to do the events, but then I like right now I still have people that won't even come out to an event just because of COVID and they're worried about their family or whatever.
Right.
But still trying to do the event, have people wear their masks, it's tough. Like you can see in the videos, a lot of people don't have their mask on.
Yeah, facts.
It's tough, but I still gotta have my events. I still gotta do them,
right?
Because I gotta keep going. I gotta get bigger and bigger and bigger. So,
have you been running into problems outside of like the police with that? Like maybe like the people that are letting you shoot there. I mean, not shoot there, but throw the party there. Are they like being kind of hecklers about people need to have their mask on, or?
No, not lately because I've been having the cops work the events and she's cool. Like the lady I'm doing them with is she has cop people that work the events, so it's like they've been real cool about like talking to other cops and other cops not coming in there and storming in and shutting it down because of the mask.
Right.
But I mean, we try to keep the mask on as much as we can, but I mean, you know, it gets hot in there.
Yeah, facts. And that's what I was going to say. It kind of seemed like as long as you got your mask on to get into a spot, even clubs and bars, it's like you could take it off once you in there because it do get hot as hell, dancing, drinking.
It do. I be getting hot on stage. I mean, it's like, it's one of the things.
Okay, so now, how old are you now? 21?
21.
Okay, so where do you want to take the partying aspect? Like, do you want to do this forever or?
Well, you know, like right now I've been focusing a lot on modeling too on the side from the events. But eventually, like either I want to own my own club or like I want to be doing concerts, like bigger concerts, like Lyrical Lemonade, like type things.
Like Rolling Loud.
Yeah,
type
like Rolling Loud for sure. That's the goal.
So we gonna jump into the modeling. I just wanted to know about that because you know you hit a certain age, you're gonna be like, I'm kind of tired of this shit. But
right.
I just wanted to know, like, where were your thoughts on taking it? But Rolling Loud, or you said owning your own club, out here or somewhere else?
I definitely would want my first club in Chicago.
Okay. Yeah.
My first club would have to be in Chicago, and then see like how that would go. Like I'd move it all over. I'd have one in Indiana, have one in LA, Miami, all these different places. Like that's the goal. I want to be able to take this. I want people to remember K&B for all over the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So jumping into modeling a little bit, when did that actually start for you?
Man, I'd say the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. Like I had people telling me like, man, you look like I go into a random place, people be like, you need to like model. You got the look for it. And then just talking to like some of my friends, family and stuff, and they was telling me, yeah, you do got the look for it, the man bun and stuff. So,
so when from that point on, when did you schedule your first shoot? I guess.
It was actually a local photographer, Chino Marks. I don't know if you know him, but
he actually hit me up when he saw we was interviewing and saying that he took those pics.
Yeah, he does a lot of my photo shoots still to this day. And then I got Shots by Paperclip. I don't know if you know him.
Shout out.
He does my videos. Yeah, shout out to them. But like local photographers for sure. That's what got me into it, and then just like trying to get my name out there again.
Are you trying to take it so you become like a GQ model, or is it kind of just for fun right now?
It's a little bit of both, but I did last month I got accepted into Chicago Performing Arts for modeling. So I mean that's one of the things that's happened so far for me, and I want to eventually like be in a clothing line for sure. I definitely want that.
Like your own or like a Gucci model or whatever?
Like a Gucci model.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean I do promote my own little brand, PlayboiBrad, and then the K&B shirts and stuff. Right. Stay tuned, y'all. Them gonna be dropping soon too.
When so you haven't really been doing modeling for that long,
right? But
have you experienced like any politics within it already?
Yeah, I mean, obviously on Instagram, I mean, you got hate. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You're gonna have hate whatever you do, you're gonna have hate.
Yeah. Does it affect you at all?
No, I mean you look past it. You gotta look past it. You gotta look past some things because that's gonna make you stronger at the end of the day.
That's
gonna make you better.
So I'm not really familiar with the modeling business, to be honest with you. So I know obviously modeling for companies and whatever is how you will make your money, but how would you go about even contacting somebody like Burberry, let's say?
First off, you gotta really go through a modeling agency. You gotta go through agencies to for them to you gotta have I think an 8x16 headshot. You gotta have headshots professionally. You have a good portfolio with multiple photo shoots and different themes and all that. You gotta have that going for you. But definitely you gotta have an agent to get your because the agents are the ones that know them people that could get you in contact with Burberry and Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all them big brands. So
what are your short-term goals with that? Because I would assume that that's your long-term goal, working for a Burberry or working with a Burberry Gucci. But short-term, what you thinking?
Short-term, I'd say just keep going. Just keep improving myself. And I say the summer, by the end of the summer, I want to be modeling for at least even if it's a smaller brand.
Yeah,
for sure.
What attracts? Do you care about who you model for? Or it kind of don't matter.
No, I wouldn't mind.
Anybody?
Yeah.
I feel that.
Not just anybody. I mean, obviously not I'm not trying to go down.
Right.
But, just someone.
I feel it. So jumping back into your career as a whole, what do you want to do outside of having the club? Let's say I always speak it into existence for everybody.
Right.
You have your club, but your modeling taking off too. What would you do at that point?
At that point, I'd say YouTube's coming. I'd get real big at that point. For sure.
You'll jump into the YouTube world.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't already, honestly.
Honestly, I need to. That and TikTok, I need to get on it. I need to get to it.
When I was talking to Spin, actually, I don't know if we got this part on camera, but we was talking about him actually vlogging just because his personality and shit. I kind of feel like the same thing with you, throwing these
I need to start vlogging my own thing. I need it. A lot of people have been telling me that I need to do it.
Do you feel like you change when you're on camera? Because a lot of people do act a lot different. They're not as natural on camera, you know what I'm saying?
No, from the events, camera shy, I'm not really camera shy anymore. I think at the beginning of throwing the parties I was, but now getting on the mic, being on stage in front of all these people, it's what's a camera gonna do?
Right, facts. How do you feel? Is that a adrenaline rush when you up there, or
It's definitely it gets your heart pumping for sure.
Did you have to overcome that fear, you think, or you was always just a natural with it?
I had to overcome it for sure.
What,
it didn't just come to me. If I was to do this back in middle school or high school, obviously wouldn't feel the same. But now, I'm good.
What would be something you feel mentally changed you a lot from the beginning to just in the crib to now when you throwing 3,000 people in the crowd?
Mentally,
yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Not as far as even just not being as shy anymore.
Yeah, I say it definitely opens that up. You're not as shy around people anymore, around the camera, what we were just talking about. You're not as shy.
What can we expect next from you, bro? Short term, I would say within the next year.
June's my birthday, and I'm trying to get in contact with the big artist. I want to get in contact with a really big artist. I made a post on Snapchat about it a few days ago, and people were wondering what it was. But I'm trying to get in. I can't say the name because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But I'm trying to get in contact with the big artist
for a party in June. You said,
yeah, a concert.
I keep seeing something you've been talking about. Well, this interview probably will drop on Monday, but I keep seeing you talk about on Monday. Be ready for this flyer.
Oh yeah. Monday, I'm dropping another flyer. March 27th is the next party, next event. It's in Maryville. It's got a theme to it, so everyone be in tune with that. We're gonna get that buzzing.
I like how you worked around that without saying exactly what it is.
I didn't want to say what it was. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ruin, but it's
Yeah, I got you.
I don't want to ruin it, but stay tuned, guys.
Definitely. So by the time this interview is out, you'll probably maybe already released it, but regardless, when you see this interview, immediately go to this page, see what you're talking about. And speaking of that, where can the people find you at, bro?
They can find me on Snapchat at BALawrence2123, and then on Instagram at PlayboiBrad, and at KNB.partyproductions on IG.
And as like always, I will have the links to those pages in the description of this video. I want to say I appreciate you for doing this interview, bro. You like definitely put me on to how it works behind the scenes a little more. I know everybody just see, you know, the party part, but they don't really see all the work that it takes to get to that part.
Man, it's a lot of work. Like, it's definitely a lot of work. It's time consuming. It's not that easy. It's not easy. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, that's a fact. And hopefully this summer, I make my way to one of them parties, maybe vlog some shit. I don't know, y'all be going a little too crazy for me, but
it's not for everybody, like I said, but you do enjoy yourself. I promise you.
Yeah, y'all be turned for sure, definitely. But wish you nothing but the best, bro. Hopefully
Appreciate it, man.
That club come, your modeling keep taking off. Congrats on that Chicago takeout post as well, if y'all haven't seen that. And Fresh Squeezed family, we'll holler at you next time.
All right, see y'all.
You will find another me if you lucky. Yeah, I gave you all of me. Got on my ass and got me a bag and look at you calling me. You said I ain't shit and I thought I was toxic. How you fall for me?